Hi everyone, back again with some thoughts for this week's critical thinking discussion. So the key idea that struck me was the very first one about thoughts, feelings, and desires being interdependent. And I guess it struck me first off because it seems like a no-duh statement that I really didn't realize or really didn't examine until I kind of used my critical thinking skills and thought, well, of course, as the chapter talks about, our feelings influence our thinking and desires, our desires influence our thinking and feeling. Um, and then after I kind of started to think about it, because now that that statement's been put in front of me, there was also a point that we don't change our feelings by substituting other feelings, and we don't immediately change them. Desires and feelings, which obviously can influence thoughts and vice versa, are such, they come up fast, and a decision's made right then and there, and it's really hard to change them. It's kind of trying to change a bad habit. Once I want it, it's really hard to take that back. And this got me thinking about the idea of a want versus a need, kind of that phrase that I've heard all my life. And I feel like that statement now is so much more easier said than done, and very, very hard to do now that I've read about the key idea about thoughts, feelings, and desires being interconnected. Because how do I distinguish between a want and a desire when I really, really want it? To me, it seems like a need. Um, and that's inherent, just like as egocentric thinking is inherent. So, with all this in mind, I thought, well, with this idea about the connection between thoughts, feelings, and desires, how does one really use critical thinking to make more rational choices and decisions and action based off this concept? And some of the questions or some of the strategies that were shown about identifying a feeling of experience that you might suspect irrational, or to kind of find the source of that feeling, thinking about what accounted for it, as the book says. Uh, if you end up finding that the feeling is irrational, have evidence to prove so. So it's irrational and you're for sure on that. There's just a lot of good strategies there. But anyway, those are some of the ideas that stuck out to me out of that key point. Thanks, guys.